with that. The next one, someone who will go there, is Rob Van Dam on YouShoot. Rob was great, as usual. It's always fun watching Rob. He's an open book. He's, Rob is just going to tell it like it is. That's what I like a lot about Rob Van Dam. And, doesn't care. And the story he told, and he's told the story before, and it's worth it just for the story of Vince McMahon just not understanding that he was not going to Iraq for Christmas with the troops. And he tells Vince it was voluntary. You remember that story, Don Tony, right?
Sure, of course.
And Rob said, well, I'm not going. It's not a political statement. It has nothing to do with being against the war. And, Rob also wanted to make that clear that it was not a political statement. It was not some lefty political statement. He wanted to be with his wife, Sonia, at the time, who I think was battling illness, if you remember, Don Tony.
Sure.
I think his wife had cancer at one point, didn't she, Don Tony?
Yes.
His wife, Sonia. And he wanted to be home, and he was having anxiety about being on the road. It had nothing to do with being against the war. That was bullshit. People leaked that out. That's not the truth. The truth is he just wanted to go home. He was on the road for 200 days, and it was voluntary. So he tells Vince that he's not going, and Vince is like, Rob, you'll change your mind once you get there. He goes, Vince, you're not hearing me. I'm not going. And it was funny of him saying that Vince was just not hearing him. And Rob goes, I really wanted to knock him out. He goes, Vince, I'm not going. He goes, when you take that, when that plane leaves that thing, Rob Van Dam won't be on it. And it was really funny the way he was saying it. But you could see he was frustrated. He goes, Vince does not like to hear that you're not going to do what he says. And Johnny Ace went up to me. Then Rob starts imitating Johnny Ace's voice of, Rob, you're going to love it. He goes, Johnny, I'm not fucking going. What don't you understand about this? He goes, fire me. I don't care. I'm not going. But and Rob ultimately did not go. And, was he punished? Was he demoted? Was he jobbed? Rob admits that that's what goes on in the business, and that he said he was willing to take the lumps that came with rejecting a Vince McMahon request.
Right.
And that's the way the business works, and he was willing to accept that.
Yeah.
But as everyone knows, he was eventually made world champion.
Yeah, one thing
didn't hurt him too much.
The only clip that I saw was him impersonating Shawn Michaels, complete with crossing his eyes.
With the googly eyes?
When he crossed his eyes, I lost it.
Rob
I lost it.
Rob, I'm going to put him in my top 5 of when me and Don Tony one time talk about guys you want to not necessarily have a beer with, but hang out with and spend time chilling and talking to. And I could see why him and Warrior got along really good and were buddies, him and Jim Hellwig. Because, they're both, Rob is just an outspoken guy. For a chill guy, 420 guy, he's very mouthy and outspoken. But and maybe he could come off a little bit like a dick, and kind of admits that some people think he's a dick. But I enjoy just listening to him because he's his own man and he doesn't care. And I think he does want to be in the Hall of Fame one day. I don't think he's like one of these anti-Hall of Fame guys. He was at the Hall of Fame this year, by the way, if anybody caught him.
Yes.
He was there this year to support he actually was there to support, believe it or not, one of his good friends. I didn't know this. One of his best friends is the Godfather. Did you know that, Don Tony?
No, did not know
Godfather, Charles Wright, is one of his best friends.
Wow.
I didn't know that myself.
Did not know that.
And he was there specifically for that reason.
Cool.
But Rob, like I said, good stories, great interview. Of course, YouTube interview guy, always does a great job. And it was a lot of fun. Definitely check that out, the Rob Van Dam YouShoot. I watched it twice. I enjoyed it so much. There was a lot of funny things. Just Rob imitating people, and I'm sure he'll get heat for that. Not bashing anybody, man. He took some digs here and there at people. Shawn Michaels and some other people, and put some other people over who you might be surprised that he's friendly with. So Rob kind of surprises you. Guys that you think that he'd be tight with, he's not, and guys that you think he would think, right? Like he loves Batista. It's funny. You would think, oh, Rob's not going to like this guy, but no, Rob likes certain guys. Rob's not the biggest Jericho fan. I kind of knew that already. Did you know that, Don Tony?
Yes.
Not a big Chris Jericho fan. But friends with other people, and I think he's not a big Randy Orton fan either. So, like I said, watch it yourself. You can kind of dissect things and figure out things. And it was a great interview, and he played off good off the interviewer, and it went well.